Alright everybody, welcome back to Vampyr. We have seen our sister laid to rest. And now we have to continue on. We are still in Whitechapel, of course, in the cemetery. The area is in serious condition, in no small part thanks to me, sadly. But before we go on continuing our main quests, I need to report back to the crazy Father Whitaker, because he's been going around murdering people, and we need to let him know that his good buddy is also dead. Oh god, I guess that was a branch. And hopefully we can also put a stop to what he's doing, because, yikes. Can I go through here? Is this the way I can go? Yes, it is. Oh. Hi. Oh god, more of them! Oh, I remember this area. There were too many of you guys here. Okay. I almost died there. Alright. But thankfully, I do regenerate health, so I should be okay eventually. Excellent. This was perhaps not the way I should have gone. What's up here? Fairly certain I've been here, but, I don't remember now. Okay, then. My goodness, excuse me, my throat today is not great. Oh.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Okay.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion.
Hello.
Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
To be the big burly man.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
Okay.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Oh dear. How you doing? Oh god. Your victim is sort of flipping out back there. Alright. Oh, I recognize this place. This is where I fought that, guy with the cross. Don't mind me. You don't see anything, do you? No. Okay. Excellent. Alright then. Yay! We found Whitechapel again. Or, well, the main area of Whitechapel anyway. that was the flowers. Okay. Oh, and that's actually where I need to be going. But first... Ugh. Let us talk to you, sir.
Malevolence and trickery.
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
Yeah, my rational delusions. Personal questions. Yeah. So why'd you send him to the cemetery?
Why did you send Samuel to the cemetery, Tobias? What did you see there?
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood, sleeping with the dead and feeding on the fear of the dying.
I'm sorry, what?
A laughing queen dressed in blood. Tell me more.
This epidemic is her feast, the announcement of her return. Against her, science is no more than a child's toy.
But who is she?
She is the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. She is Babylon, drunk on the blood of the saints.
Okay. I found your guy.
I have found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad news.
I already expected the worst. He should already have come back. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is now. The epidemic took him.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
I will accept your money. And now... Excuse me.
Tobias Whitaker, confess why you burnt those people alive.
I have done what no one was ready to do. I will smite the flesh of the unclean to protect the righteous.
Yeah, what the heck?
You are just another heartless murderer, exploiting the epidemic to kill with impunity.
No! No. The only way to contain the spread is to strike at the source itself. The proliferating sick.
Well, you're also... That's a horrible way to kill people, by the way.
You're not the savior of London. You're just a glorified sadist.
I take no pleasure in this awful cleansing, Dr. Reed. I am only driven by the thousands of innocents I save each night.
Yeah.
Your disciple, Samuel, stole from the dead in Stonebridge Cemetery. I have proof of his crime, and proof of his death.
No! Samuel was the best of us. So devoted, so zealous. He gave all he had for the cause. He tirelessly preached the good word.
And he defiled the dead, too.
He defiled the dead with his petty thefts. That's how he financed your misguided crusade.
Think what you will. When this city is saved, he will be praised for his devoted fortitude. He walked boldly into the mouth of abomination.
Yeah, but he was a crook.
Your precious Samuel used you. He was an immoral crook.
If that's true, then he will be my burden to bear during this endless night.
Okay, then. I don't know why that's still lit up. I asked him that question. And I've already had that conversation. Okay.
I have had enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Let's see what we've got. I still don't know where she is. Oh, no, I know where she is. I rescued her. This dude's got a migraine. But I can't help him because I don't have Mesmerize level 3. me see. I need to discover more about you, and I can get into her. Ooh, I couldn't kill him even if I wanted to. I can't mesmerize him. But I'd like to speak to her about her son. Let me see. I don't think I can get into this hideout. It seems to be locked. So I guess I'll go ahead and go to the chapel for now and worry about any side quests later. So, supposed to go to the church and attempt to come to terms with what I am now. Hello.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
Okay. Yeah, it's personal. I don't want to be. I don't need your kind ear, and I don't need. You know, it's personal. I don't really want to talk to you about it.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
This is a private concern, private matter. No, I have words for one departed. I think that that's appropriate, so long as you don't just go, and I'm a vampire and I killed my sister. Don't do that.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies
Pretty sure
beyond.
that's blood in my eyes, actually.
I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
Yeah, just know I cared for her. I really don't want him getting involved. As far as, you know, because he would know that he's supposed to be dead, I would assume.
Just know, I cared for her.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
Man, I feel like I don't know what these choices, if they are affecting anything or not. She was murdered. I don't want to go with that because that's just making excuses. But I also, I don't want to risk him going into too much detail with this guy. So yeah, she's been laid to rest.
She has been laid to rest. That's all you need to know.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
Yeah, she died because of me. He should feel responsible because he's the one who did it, but he is the cause of her death more than that. Now I wish I could forget all this. Stop denying it. She died because of me.
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
To forgive him.
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Okay. Meet Edgar. Alright. Well, that was...
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Okay. Well, you're the one that went to the church, dude. Alright then. Oh. Hi there. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Stop hitting me with that. You're dead too. Stop whining about it. Alright. Not sure which... Well, this is a fine way to go. Oh boy! More people to kill. Excellent! Yes, you stay right there. Stay right there. Don't notice. You are terrible vampire hunters, I must say. Alright. Onward we go. Not seeing anything worth picking up, which is, you know, probably good. Oh. Hi. Don't mind me. Who's banging on a door? Oh, you are. Okay. Hello, sir. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna bite you. Ow! Stop that! Ow! Cut that out! There we go. I see we have more priests hanging about. Not exactly good. Oh. Hello. Didn't even notice you there. You didn't notice me. Guess I'll just come over here slowly. Gosh, Jonathan, you walk so slow. Stop poking him with your foot. Yes, die, vermin. All right then. Don't worry, little rats. You are safe for now. Let's see if there's anything that I can make real quick. Migraine medicine. Don't quite have enough for pneumonia. But I do have neuralgia medicine I can make. Oh, what's this? Ooh, what's that? Ah, stamina. Excellent. What about Any of these? No, still don't have enough good handle parts. That's fine. I really should see if I can maybe sell these. Every time though I look at somebody, like what they'll buy off me, I don't see that they'll buy weapons. Let me see. Oh, I do that every time. Okay. Bottle of cheap gin. Can't even get anything other than the glass vials from it. And I love that that doesn't, I don't even think I could probably sell it, so. I've got plenty of these items. I really could just sell this stuff. That maybe I could use a little bit more. Okay. I don't know if there's anything I can even upgrade, but I'll check it out. Definitely I can upgrade my health and what I get. I swear, I'm like obsessed with my health, which is fair. What else can I use? Science. I'm fine with bullets. Big fist. You know what? Let's add some how much I will take. That seems reasonable. And does this count for combat as far as like when I surprise people? All right, I somehow got some bullets. Okay. All right. We'll just pretend she's fine. She's missing. She's fine. You still have your migraine, but unfortunately I can't talk to you. You are healthy. Excellent, everybody's healthy here. We're in stable condition here. Excellent. Who are all you people, though? I don't know who any of you are. I haven't met you. And then we don't know anybody in that area yet. We don't even know what district this is. Okay, I really should go back to the docks and mesmerize this lady to let me in to learn more about her and hopefully see more. I don't know nearly enough about Rufus. I'm very curious about him. But thankfully nobody died in the night. Everything seems okay as far as that's concerned. I'm level 15 now, which is nice. Kill these people again. Don't mind me, I'm just walking this way. Oh, hi. Guys didn't even notice all of this screaming. You guys are awful at your jobs. Oh.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you.
Okay. Oh, hi. Who are you, please? At least introduce... Do you have horns? Well, you're a weirdo. Okay.
I would harm no child of my making.
Well, you're a crappy dad.
This is your doing. You made me. Made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
What? Yeah, why me?
You selected me. Chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I'm sorry, what? You're gonna have to be a little bit more clear, dude.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he
Apparently?
just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Maybe, but... Let's see if there's anything in this room that I can look at now. Or take. That's locked.
It's locked, all right.
Still don't understand how to open up locked things. Letter to Dr. Swansea. Dear Dr. Swansea, despite the actual urgency of the sanitary situation, I must inform you of a recent case of professional misconduct inside the Pembroke. Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan has been found guilty of undeniable unprofessional conduct and thus guilty of endangering a patient. Under no circumstances should a nurse diagnose and establish a prescription without at least informing the referent doctor about her conclusion. You know me, Edgar. I am not against personal initiative when it is in the interest of all, especially during a crisis like the one we are facing, but we can't allow a nurse to perform a diagnosis and decide on a procedure to apply to a patient. The fact that said patient survived is no attenuating circumstance. It just means we dodged the bullet this time. I demand the strictest authority on this matter. Oh, it's Dr. Aykroyd. Interesting.
It's locked.
That's still locked. That's
It's
still
locked,
locked.
all right.
Let me in. I want the good stuff. Okay. Anything respawned in here? That's really all I'm looking for is respawned medical stuff. Doesn't look like it though. Sadly. I'm sorry?
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
How would you even
Yes,
know?
my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Should I kill you right now? Because
Leave
I
him,
could.
Jonathan. This is sacred
Staring.
ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Pretty sure you didn't. I don't know that there's anybody cleaning the carpet around here. Why are my eyes so
By the
disgustingly
sacred
red?
Stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
And what is your bad news, sir?
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No one will notice. Okay, no, that's wrong. Do you fear for your... No, who cares about your reputation? Yeah, excuse me.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet.
Oh, the old lady!
I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
I don't have the heart for this? No, yeah, I'm your only hope again. No, I'll help. Totally.
Very well. I'll help you.
Jonathan, please, I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So
I knew
Hampton
it.
became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Yeah, a whole bloody mess. Yeah, I'm gonna protect you.
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Yeah, the Saint of the East End put an end to Sean Hampton's savagery. Great. So,
If you don't mind,
In other
I have a
news-
few questions.
I'd be delighted to help you if I'm able.
I met the strangest creature.
I just recently met the strangest creature in Whitechapel. He was immense. He mocked me and accused me of hypocrisy.
Perhaps it was a skull. London's streets are overflowing with them these days.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he was a vampire. I think he was a vampire. He was really humongous, though.
It was a vampire, all right. But what kind, I'm not sure. He was large and very fast.
If you find anything more about this creature, the Brotherhood would greatly appreciate any information you could spare.
Well, sure, and he was also very, he was scary.
He was observing me with the obvious intent to do me harm. His very presence evoked a palpable sense of menace.
You need to be careful, Jonathan. You've no idea what this creature really is.
Yes, thank you, that's why I was asking you about it. Yeah, I couldn't really seem to go in the church, which is not surprising considering how I am repelled by crosses, but I feel the need to mention it to you.
I recently tried to enter a church. It has been a very unpleasant experience.
The Brotherhood's research on the matter of faith and vampirism has proved somewhat insubstantial, to say the least.
Yeah, am I cursed?
Is this proof that I'm cursed in the eyes of the divine?
The wrath of the Almighty? There's no way of knowing. It could be subconscious guilt, or irrational fear, or deep-seated beliefs.
Guess. Yeah, science cannot explain this weirdness.
It's hard to explain in terms of science, that's for sure.
I'm sure Lady Ashbury will have far greater insight into this matter than little old me.
Then maybe I should speak to her instead. Yeah, let's, who's that dude? Can you please tell me more about him? He was very angry. We glared at each other for a bit too long.
Who was that man in your office?
Geoffrey McCullum, actual leader of the Guard of Prewen. I suspect he's the man behind the rebirth of this old and dusty society.
Well, if he's in charge... Yeah, and now they know I'm here.
They know I'm here now, don't they?
I understand your need for blood and will not get in your way. But if you could refrain from feeding within these walls, it would go a long way to defending your case.
Thank you. I did feed, outside the walls.
What do they hope to achieve?
Their ultimate goal is the eradication of all vampires in the country. They see you as a threat to mankind, Jonathan.
I think he just told you what happened, but I'll ask him anyway.
What exactly happened here while I was absent?
Hampton turned, quite violently as it happened, lurking about, Attacked Miss Jones. To say he created quite a commotion would be an understatement.
Are you sure it was Hampton that killed Miss Jones?
There was blood everywhere, but no body. And you know the state she was in. I fear for what he did with her. Hopefully he just hid the corpse.
Ugh.
How did the guard of Prewin come to hear of this?
McCullum has spies everywhere. He will jump at any opportunity to disparage the Brotherhood and show his contempt.
He has spies in the hospital?
Thank you, Edgar.
Well, that doesn't seem very good. Anything that I can look at in here now? No? Okay. Guess I'll go about, talking to people, find
Sean
out...
Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Which is great, because I wanted to talk to that lady in the docks anyway. Let her... convince her anyway to let me inside. Did I see something shiny? Oh,
It's
that's
locked.
Alright, we've got the desk. You doing alright?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Everybody's afraid. Death has always been a frequent visitor. But murder? How can we cope with that?
As a nurse at this hospital, it is your duty to deal with these things as best you can.
Yeah. Until it's my turn to have blood spread all over the walls. I entered the room first, Dr. Reed. I've seen what that monster did to the woman.
Yeah, I'll be,
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
taking a look at that myself soon. Ooh. Yeah, garlic and wooden stakes. We get you. Hey, man.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Do we have any more? No, we don't. I still need a hint on you.
Can you tell me anything about recent events at the hospital?
Before the shouts and the noises, I think I heard whispers coming from the stairs. 2 voices, maybe more.
Did you recognize the voices? What did they say?
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
That's interesting.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn,
Ooh.
pain. It's here again.
What on earth happened here?
It's not all over the walls. You people are exaggerating. I'm disappointed. Okay, well, I mean, and I love that. He's so shocked. What happened here? Duh. We've already discussed what happened here, man. But that's alright. I'm super sorry. I'd help you if I could, but...
Here again.
So...
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich.
Yes.
Is there anything you can tell me about the recent commotion here?
Many things can happen under cover of night, Dr. Reed. But I took no part in this massacre.
But did you see or hear anything?
I can't say I did. But the smell of fresh blood almost made me faint, Doctor.
Alright, well...
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark.
You're not helpful. The only thing that's helpful has been hearing a slight argument in the hallway.
This shift never ends. I'm quite busy right now.
Yeah,
Doctor.
good for you.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Nothing like this would have happened if we'd had enough staff and proper shifts.
So you don't think the blame is ours?
We all hold fast here, Dr. Reed. Our methods may differ, but we are all trying to make a difference.
I can respect that.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Alright. Ooh, hello, box.
As for me, what a
I'm all right.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Perhaps. Let me ask you a personal question. Nope, never mind.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I'm sure it was not your fault, Dr. Reed.
My fault?
What?
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I heard it was you who brought the murderer inside our walls. But you couldn't know, could you?
Thanks. That makes
Goodbye,
me feel
Dr.
a lot
Strickland.
better. Jerk. Alright, you, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Doctor.
No, I don't know why they're not operating on you. I think they probably should get on that.
Please, tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital.
I heard Miss Jones call for help from her bedroom. There were some loud noises, like people fighting. All of a sudden, it went quiet. And then a nurse started screaming.
Do you know who the nurse was?
Not sure, but I think it was Nurse Hawkins.
Thank you. I already
Goodbye
knew
for
that,
now,
but thank
Mr.
you so
Fiddick.
much. At
I'll
least you
see you
heard
later.
something. That was weird. What were you guys doing?
I'm all right.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I had shouting coming from the first floor. I was asleep when it started.
Okay.
Your medical report says you're not affected by the Spanish flu. What do you think of that, Mortimer?
Does it make me happy? Not in the slightest. If it was up to me, I would have left this place long ago. I know I don't belong here.
And why do you think you don't belong here?
I know the staff have more important things to do than look after me. There's plenty of patients here who need their attention.
Okay.
I have to go now, sir. But
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor.
Yeah, that's nice, but
what can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a disgrace. How on earth can patients be attacked in their own rooms?
well, because we leave the door standing wide open. That's why.
I've read your son's medical report, Beatrice. It's not the flu or anything life-threatening. What has you so worried?
He was at death's door when he was brought here. I just want him to be better as soon as possible.
He's not out of the woods yet, you know. He might need to stay here longer than expected.
Take care of him then, Dr. Reed. People here only seem to focus on contagious patients. I worry my poor Mortimer will be neglected.
I worry about the fact
Goodbye,
that it's
Mrs.
his
Goswick.
neck that seems to be all bandaged up. You know, that's actually something I want to... I didn't think about it, but, you know, there's all this... Yeah, good job. By the way, I need to speak to you.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
According to the report I read, your unprofessional conduct put a patient in danger, Gwyneth.
That's not true. I know when my patient's life is at risk, and I'm more competent than a lot of doctors that I know. Problem is, I'm a woman.
I don't see what your gender has to do with your abilities, Nurse.
Yes, nurse. Because I'll never be a doctor, no matter what my skills. I could make a decision that could save a life, but oh no, that's unbecoming conduct.
No, you have my total support with that.
Have you heard of Elizabeth Blackwell? She was the first woman listed on the UK Medical Register. Change is slow, but it will come. And you will always have my support.
To have the right to study shouldn't be determined by sex, skin, or wealth. That's all I'm saying.
No, I agree with you. You're fine.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
You know where the body is?
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him.
I see. The fact that nobody seems to have seen this, though, makes me worry that it might not have been him, so I want to be fully, like, aware before I go. Oh.
They know we are overwhelmed by this.
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman, butchered by some savage scowl.
Can we share this meal? That's terrible.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
Thank you. You know, I met a weird apparition guy, and he was talking. Well, not him. Not him. The priest guy said that he was beset by a vision of a lady. Maybe he wasn't as crazy as I thought. Should I be worried about you?
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Yeah, are you frightened?
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Okay, I don't really care about it being God's will.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was huge?
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what is Ascalon?
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Okay, could you please elaborate on the conduct I may have broken? She didn't kill him. She didn't kill her, but I feel like I should...
Experience.
Now that's...
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
That's nice. This is so rude.
Have you embraced this woman? Like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life. Unless they ask.
Oh, so have people been asking you to do that? That seems odd. Okay.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Okay. You still prove to me to be a pretty good woman, but I
Thank
worry.
you, my lady. I hope to see you again soon.
Alright, so is this where her body is? Can I look at it? Can I do anything here? Can I inspect it in any way? Oh, hey, how you doing?
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Probably not.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a tragedy, pure and simple. The hospital is meant to be a safe haven to all. We failed the people who trusted us with their care.
Do you think I should not have brought Mr. Hampton back here?
It's not your fault. You rescued that poor soul. It was the Christian thing to do. But we should have noticed his instability.
Yeah, I did, but I apparently didn't feel like telling anybody about it.
What will you do after your resignation? Do you have a plan?
I always fancied visiting Cyprus. Such a beautiful island. I could buy a house there by the sea, read poetry, and wait for death.
Oh, that sounds really uplifting.
Nurse Brannigan has been recently accused of neglecting her professional duties. Tell me what you really think about it.
This kind of protest is nothing but elitist bullshit. I trust Nurse Brannigan with my life. She has what it takes to be a great doctor.
Do you really think she could be the next Elizabeth Blackwell?
So do you.
Believe me, Dr. Reed, a time will come when skill and skill alone will determine who can be a physician and who cannot.
Excellent. I will await that
Goodbye,
day.
Dr. Tibbets.
Milton!
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Apparently so. Hey, would you buy
I'd
some
like
stuff
to
from
see
me?
your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable...
See, I can only sell certain things to him, which is weird. That's my stuff. Here, have a ring, have another ring, and this ring. I don't feel like I can sell my watch. Here we go. A little bit of money. Let's see. What do you have? Do you have anything of interest to me? Common. Common. Ugh. So much common.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Someone killed Miss Jones in her room. And Mr. Hampton's gone missing. Doesn't take a genius to piece it together.
You don't seem shocked by any of this.
Why should I be? Whoever did this must be long gone by now. And besides, he got rid of the old bag.
God, so rude. Don't I know this already?
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see the city is crumbling down? Today people are ready to pay to get a hospital bed. Tomorrow we may be fighting for food.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, ugh.
Goodbye, Milton.
Ugh. Alright. I think that's not anything. Alright. I've still got, the guy at the morgue to speak with. And that's not right here. Garbage can! Nope. I am lost. And I'm stuck. Okay. Okay, I've totally lost the morgue. That seems like a weird thing to lose. Where'd you go? Oh, that's not the way to the morgue. Where'd you guys put the morgue? Do. There you are. No, don't you run off into there.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Personal questions, don't have anything for that. How about trading?
Please show me. Of course.
Nope, you've got crap. I don't want that.
Good evening. Can you tell me anything about recent events in the hospital? Oh, goodness me. This whole story is such a shame, sir. I have no idea how it happened. What are you talking about? Poor Miss Jones. Her body is missing. Someone stole it. Miss Jones's body has gone missing? Yes. The body was brought here this morning. And now it's gone. Who could have stolen a corpse? That's exactly what I asked myself for the whole day. Who could do such a thing? These are terrible and shameful times, Dr. Reed.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr.
So she was brought here,
I cannot enter.
but then is gone. That's weird.
It's
That's
locked,
locked.
all right.
Okay, well, we're gonna end it here in my utter confusion about what possibly happened. We're still saying that it was Mr. Hampton that did the killing, but is that true? Is that how it happened? I don't know. So we're gonna end the episode here, and in the meantime, we're gonna head towards the docks. Next episode, we should be looking to talk to that the old lady, and hopefully we'll find out some information with her, and then we'll go check out Mr. Hampton. But thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.